Good morning, afternoon, or evening, everyone. My name is Elivaras, Senior Player Moderator for League of Angels Fire Raiders. Welcome to a sneak peek on Update 3.4, the update that will be coming out this week. I don't know the exact date as it stands, but I hopefully will by tonight, and I'll probably be making a post on the official forums, Reddit, and my Facebook page. So the update is not out yet. I'm going to start with the major features that will be introduced, and then we'll go into the smaller stuff. So let's start with the new trial. This trial is called Tyrant's Lair. Yeah, that was a blitz. Okay. So this trial is called Tyrant's Lair. Basically, as you go through this, if I hit challenge here in the bottom right, every single challenge will have 3 stages, and you'll see on the bottom, they have the first clear stage reward. So 20 diamonds, which is a staple. There's always 20 diamonds on your first clear reward. I don't think that amount increases. But it starts off at like 20,000 BR each opponent. So, I mean, you'll probably be able to clear quite a bit before you end up running out. So this could be a couple hundred to 1,000 diamonds. So not too bad, but obviously it'll take you quite a long time. So you can see here that there is a green under each of these cards. So they'll each have a BR amount, and then there's a green buff. So you can see to the left, increase max HP by 6%. The middle, increase damage reduction by 20% for first 2 rounds. And then to the right, increase damage by 20% for first 2 rounds, increase damage by 9%. The one to the right will always be the best. I believe the one to the left will always be the worst, and then the middle is the second best, or just in the middle. Basically, if I was to finish off the one on the right, I will get those buffs for the next 2 battles that I have to fight. So this battle is not always going to be easier than the 2 on to the left of it. So don't count on that. You'll just see, like, if this one is the hardest one, then you'll pick the best one out of here to defeat first, or maybe defeat both of these first. You'll have more buffs to defeat the end one. After you finish all 3 stages, the buffs will be clear. So you get a first stage clear reward, and down here, these are Tyrant coins, or Tyrant gems, Tyrant seals, whatever the heck they're called. I don't remember what they're called. But you can see we come into the shop here, and with them you can buy, okay, the 3 on the right, honestly, 600. Whew, oh, this is even worse. Don't buy those. Just don't buy those 3. The thing you're really going to want to be spending them on is Nexus crystals and Rune seal gems. So you can get 1,000 Nexus crystals for 500 points, and 1,000 and 200 Rune seal gems for 1,000. I'll go into what those do soon. And then if you're pay to play or you have a whole ton of diamonds later on, you can get the same amounts for a certain amount of diamonds. Quite a lot of diamonds, so this isn't as pay to play as I think it would be, just because pay to plays even, we're probably not going to want to spend that many diamonds on those resources. So every back to Tyrant's Lair, every 5 stages there will be a chest, which will give about, I think it's about 500 Nexus gems. So I think it's about the shop amounts. No, it's about 500 Nexus crystals and like 200 or 100 Rune seal gems, something like that. Every 5 stages you get a chest that gives you that stuff. And that's about it. I'd also like to say that this blitz function, free-to-play will get 1 blitz. But originally, I saw that and thought, that's 1 blitz with all the stages here, and they're given like 20 tokens per stage. That's pretty crappy. Well, what actually happens is that if I was to hit blitz, it starts blitz from level 1, and then it'll judge time remaining based on how many stages I've completed. So it takes about 25 seconds or so for the princess here to beat up stage 1. You'll get those rewards, and then she'll move to stage 2, and then stage 3, and then stage 4. So this isn't like, oh no, there's 3 minutes and she'll clear as many as she can. This total time remaining is completely based on how many stages you clear. It's about 20 seconds per stage, so if I can clear 20 stages, if 10 stages is 3 minutes and 20 seconds, then 20 stages will be like 6 minutes and 40 seconds. You can't choose to skip this time for like 10 diamonds per stage that you have to clear. Really, it's not much to wait. You don't have to be in here sitting here like, oh my gosh, I gotta wait the whole time. No, you can go out and come back later. So you don't have to go in and claim them, by the way. They'll just instantly be added to you. So now let's go into what they can be used on. So first thing, let's look at the rune upgrades for where we use the rune seal. So if I go into Light Envoy here, We have all of our runes, obviously. And then you see upgrade in the bottom right here. So, per seal level that I've upgraded thus far is 16. You can see at the top there, rune stat bonus, 64%. So, every time you fill this bar at the bottom, seal value, it'll go up by 4%. So, in here in the middle, rune stats, it'll originally just show the base stats. And then every time you you fill up this bar, your rune stat bonus will increase by 4%, and it'll show you how many of these are added based on that 4% increase. Now, as I'm aware, the 4% does not stack. It's not going to be like, okay, you have your base stat, you have 100, you have 100 HP, you upgrade to 4%, and now you've got 104 HP. The next 4%, I do not believe is going to say what's 4% of 104 HP and it's going to stack cumulatively. No, I don't think it's that way. I think it's all based off the main one, just like Rebirth is. So yeah, upgrade and max upgrade, guys. I really don't think there's any difference here. Max upgrade is basically just like you click the upgrade over and over again. There's really no difference. Unlike Angel Advance and stuff, this will not reset on Monday at 5 a.m. So you don't have to worry about that stuff. So that's basically rune seals. It can go up to 100%, 4% each time. So yeah, it's not a huge BR boost, but it's definitely something. And now we go into Nexus. So each hero will have the same thing. So Light Envoy starts at Frost, everyone else will start at Frost. I would like to say to start that each of these has a max level. The max levels are not different. This is 20, this is 30, this is 40, and then number 4 is 50, number 5 is 60, number 6 is 70. So I will not unlock Tide here until I get the max level of Frost. So I can't go to the next one until I complete the first one. It doesn't really matter because basically the stats they give are all the same. The first 4 will never change. The second, this last 2 do seem to change. Now, one thing that's interesting is that you'll see here, the name Tide is blue, but the name Freedom is white. So I believe at level 10 it changes to green, and level 20 it changes to blue, and it goes up kind of like Crest does. The only interesting thing is that the stats don't seem to be affected. It doesn't seem to be like Crest, where every time it increases in color, you get an extra stat. Like, what happened was, like, for the second one, Tide, I increased it to, like, 23 or 24, and then I gained Hidden Parry. You always start off with the first 4, and then you gain these 2 stats. I don't know if those stats are random. I doubt they are. But it's, like, it's not like at level 10 you get Dodge. At level 20 you get Parry. It's kind of weird how it acts. I don't know, if, say, for this one, it'll go up to, like, 6 extra stats, or if it'll just be 2 extra stats. Like, because this one's 2 extra stats, this one's 2 extra stats to make 6, because they all start off with the base 4, that's what I mean by 2 extra stats, they get these 2 extra at some level. I don't know if the level is necessarily determined or if it's random, because this one was at like level 23 or 24, which seems like a really odd level to have an increase of stats in. There's that. Now, I would like to say that it seems like a pretty chintzy system just because the amount of crystals you need to upgrade these is ridiculous. Like, the first one, to get the single level 20, I would say you need about 25,000 crystals, based on my experiment. About 25,000. That's a lot of crystals, and it's about 900 BR increase. So, yeah, 900 BR increase for 25,000 crystals? Yeah, that's a little ridiculous, if I do say so myself. So, eventually, just because of how many of these crystals there are and how many levels they can get up to, if you manage to get really high, obviously you're going to gain quite a few thousand BR. But if you're not pay to play, even as a pay to play, with the amount of diamonds you have to spend to get these crystals, it's going to be hard. So I think this is more balanced in terms of free to play versus pay to play, but it's very hard for both free to play and pay to play to actually get a lot of the crystals that are needed to increase to get anywhere near decent stack gains. So as you can see, if I upgrade this one on the anti-frag upgrade, Freedom, max upgrade, I upgrade once, it's like, oh, I get an extra like 40 BR. I didn't just gain 1,828. It starts at 1829, I upgrade, and then it goes to 1866, so like 40 or so. so not that much. Poor thing. Is there anything else I have to say about that? Yeah, they're stars, so you can choose to upgrade 1 star at a time, or you can choose to max upgrade and upgrade all stars. This is not like a bar where it's a well, actually, it might be a random amount to get a star, but I'm pretty sure it's all controlled. I'd also like to say here, yes, Nexus crystals can be obtained from chests in the Angel Trial. I know the floor 4 chest gave me 10. I don't know if that increases. We'll have to see. So that's it for the major systems. If I go actually into the patch notes here, there's my Facebook. Oh yeah, right. I can just go back in here quickly and to the trial and show you Tyrant's Lair is probably completed by now, and you'll see all the rewards I get for blitzing those 10 stages. I got 100 of these, 90 of these, and 20 of these. So yeah, not too bad. It's definitely a better blitz system than I thought upon first glance, so definitely better. New Awakened Heroes. So let's go into that now. Unfortunately, I don't have Bamboo Fighter in this account, which is very sad because he's probably the Awakened skill you want to see the most, and I don't have. So I can't show you his Awakened skill, which definitely sucks a lot. So I apologize for that. Let's go into Astro Child's Awakening skill. This skill increases damage absorbed and damage when shield breaks by 20%. So her shield absorbs 20% more damage, and it does 20% more damage when it breaks. And this is at first rank. So I don't know what the multiplier is. I don't know if it's plus 5%, if it's plus 10%, if it's plus 20% each level. Who knows? But obviously, it's going to make her shield very, very strong because we already have, like, Star Busting gives her the shield, and then Light Shield makes it 2 damage, and then Strong Shield increases its damage reduction. So it's just stacks on stacks on stacks on that shield. This will just make her shield even more powerful. Of course, it all relies on her ability to get the shield off if she is unable to get the shield off, if she's locked up, if she's nuked down on the first turn, if she's silenced, she can't get that shield off. And her shield is basically everything that she has for your team. If she does not get that shield off, she's doing nothing for you. So, therefore, I'd recommend putting Warden with defense % on her just to help her survive some more so she can get that shield off. Maybe some cleansing on your team in case you get CC'd, stuff like that. Next, let's go into Exorcist. His Awakened skill is called Abolish Magic. Chance increased, but okay. When using active skills, there's a chance to remove all buffs on an enemy unit. So who knows if this is on enemy units? I think this means the whole team, because if it's only one unit, that's really bad. I'm assuming it means on the whole team on enemy units. So first rank is 60%, and basically that means on an active skill. So Silent Words is active. Powerful magic that damages is ultimate. And then this is Purification, also active. These are just passive. But whenever he uses these, at first rank, he has 60% chance to remove all buffs on enemy units. So not only does he cleanse all debuffs from your team and has a chance to silence the enemy team, he can also remove all their buffs. But the question is here, what qualifies as a... Is this like Light Envoy plus 300 attack on the first turn, like for all heroes? Is that the buff we're talking? Does it remove that and stuff like CC preventing shields, or is this like just like CC preventing shields and other shields? Like, is that what it is? Who knows? Really hard to say at this point. Obviously, this just makes him more and more of a support unit. Dryhander, very interesting ability. Ignore pain. At start of battle, he gets that's pretty big. And then after 2 turns, it's just 20%. But I mean, we don't know what the modifier is. If this is like after at level 2, it's 50%, or if it's 45%, or if it's 60%. Who knows? But this is obviously a ton of damage reduction. I would like to say that this will probably not make him used. His only thing is basically a brick wall. So, I mean, he doesn't do much for your team. You could say, like, oh, Elivaras, Light Envoy is also a brick wall. Yeah, but she's a brick wall with medkit and such. Like, pardon the pretty bad metaphor there. But Zweihander's just a brick wall, and this will just make him even more of a brick wall. But if the enemy can hit the back line, then there's no point in having a brick wall because he'll just be the last one alive and can't win, obviously, because he has no damage. Late Envoy is a brick wall, but she also provides tons and tons of buffs for your team. She provides weight buffs, attack buffs, agility buffs. He provides nothing. His sweet ball is a chance to stun a frontline unit, which is probably a tank, so useless, and it's only for one turn. So he provides literally no team support. The only case I can see this useful is, for example, when you are fighting like Draconia, and you know your Light Envoy is not going to survive Draconia. If this Awaken ability is leveled up quite far, he could probably, with the amount of damage reduction it gives, he could probably survive Draconia's initial burst, which could make him useful in those fights when you're fighting Draconia. But other than that, I don't think it'll be very useful. So obviously, I can't find bamboo fighters. I wish I could. I'm really sorry, guys. I don't. That's not it. This is dash to target a mirror position. Yeah, whatever. Okay, so I guess we can just quickly go into Hero Chronicles and show where these chapters are. So we have Zweihander here and Forest Sniper with Green Ranger. We have Thunder and Lightning and Astro Child. Enchanting Ice brings Snow Queen. And then in Redemption with Hellhound is Bamboo Fighter. No surprise there. So, yeah, there are a few minor things to bring in. How to develop Dungeon Chapter 70-20. Liberita and Pandora to Angel Trial Shop. That's really weird, because Liberita and Pandora were already in the Angel Trial Shop. I thought originally they meant emblems, but Liberita's already in emblems, and after searching through the emblems, Pandora wasn't at it. Other people had speculated that they'd messed up with the angel names, and it was different angels, like they were adding Victoria and Celeste to the Angel Trial Shop. I doubted that just because of pay-to-play, and I don't think it's characteristic of TTRK to put pay-to-play angels in or pay-to-play things in free-to-play attainable areas. And so Victoria and Celeste, after I did check though, and they're not in the Angel Trial Shop. Like, there's no new people in the Angel Trial Shop. And there's no new angels in the emblem. So, yeah, I don't know what that point actually means. So they optimized descriptions for +9 for matter. Added by 100 option for point shop items with quantity greater than 100. So if you're pay to play and full tons of point tokens, then I guess you'll have less time clicking. So there you go. So yeah, that about wraps up update 3.4. I thank you all for watching, for spending a little part of your day with me. I hope you found this video entertaining, helpful, and interesting. Tell me your thoughts about the update in the comment section below. Have a good night, everyone. Cheers, guys.